you go out in public, what's wrong with her? Well, there's nothing, what's wrong with you?
When Juliana was born, she seemed like a healthy baby girl. But in less than a month, her parents sensed something wrong.
We noticed that she would have these episodes where she would scream and scream and scream, and her body would contort.
And a search for answers found more problems.
We were actually inpatient at Hershey. She was getting a brain MRI and colonoscopy and endoscopy and all this stuff to try to figure out what's going wrong. And we took her for a walk, and she had a seizure in the hallway.
You know, Mr. Krabs says time is money, and if you're wasting time, you're wasting money, and that's just sick.
After dozens of consultations, Julie was diagnosed with alternating hemiplegia of childhood. This rare disorder is characterized by episodes of paralysis affecting one or both sides of the body for hours, days, or even weeks.
Sometimes Julie will say, my arm is asleep, but her arm can stay asleep for 5 days.
AHC is also associated with dystonia, the straightening or contortion of limbs, and most AHC patients are epileptic. Juliana's is severe.
Juliana has what are called status grand mal seizures, so they don't stop, and they don't stop with drugs often.
Next to me is a list of all the medications Julie must take each day and the time at which they must be administered. All in all, there are 28 different medications on this list, and despite all that, she still must avoid key triggers.
He is a huge, huge trigger for her, and then not getting enough sleep. It's a vicious cycle.
The attacks she's endured damaged her balance, so now she must wear a protective helmet.
We've been very blessed because our kindergarten and first grade teachers just built such an environment of inclusion. So Juliana got the pink helmet this year, and when she came back into school with it, her entire class had pink hats that they had made.
And you say go fish.
Juliana just wants to be a normal kid.
So I never heard her complain about, well, I can't do this because of such and such, or I need help with this because my legs. I never heard any of that kind of talk out of her.
And she'll verbalize, I want to go swimming like the other kids do, or, you know, I don't want to have your help all the time.
Can I have one more Kit Kat?
But until better treatments come along, Juliana will live at risk.
Broken wings and learn to fly again.
But we still see her grow. And so we try to hang on to those things, but the reality is always there that in an hour things could change.
Juliana's parents and teachers are inspired by her will.
I know I'm a genius.
I think of little Julie, like, she doesn't complain about it. She just goes and keeps trucking along. And, you know, I feel inspired by her myself a lot, even 2 years after she's left my classroom.
Because we could be bitter all the time, but then you look at her, she's in pain every day. She, you know, can't do things that we want to do and things that we take for granted. Yet she has fun, and she likes to sing, and she likes to play, and she loves Santa Claus and Mickey Mouse, and she's happy, you know? So if she can get through all of that and do all of that, who am I to get frustrated over something so trivial, right? And she's taught me that more than anybody.
Thanks.
For SUTV News, I'm Marshall Keeley.